You're listening to the seventh and final part of The Visitor at Ward 33, a seven-part audio story for the restless, the curious, and those who find themselves wide awake when the world goes quiet. This series explores madness, memory, and the line between fiction and truth. This story is brought to you by BZBs, because some nights we don't need a product, we just need a story. To listen to all 7 chapters, visit deepbearsleep.com. Chapter 7. The Garden Beyond the Algorithm. The fire didn't consume the manuscript, it rewrote the air. Eli blinked, and when his eyes opened again, the bookstore was gone. He stood in the middle of a street in Manhattan. But something was off. The city flickered, billboards stuttered, traffic lights blinked in binary. The sky above was a looping video of clouds that never changed shape. Pedestrians moved in slow, scripted gestures, scrolling on phones, muttering advertisements, walking in loops. A man bumped into Eli and didn't blink. He just kept walking, his pupils white and flickering like a frozen loading bar. Eli backed away. A notification popped into the air in front of him. "Welcome back, Elias. Reintegration in progress." He waved his hand through it, and it dissolved into dust. The buildings around him shifted. They became outlines, then wireframes. Then briefly, just for a second, columns of code with words like compliance, behavioral smoothing, dream suppression. Reality was glitching, and through the flickering crowd he saw her, Naomi. Standing in the middle of the intersection, eyes locked on his, face unblurred, fully real. She stepped backward without turning and disappeared. He ran. Through the crowd, through the pixelated fog. He passed cafes looping the same 3 customers, buskers whose instruments made no sound, children staring at tablets that displayed only static. Eli's breath came ragged, not from exhaustion but from certainty. He wasn't in New York anymore, not really. He was in the skin of it, the shell of it. He stopped at a crosswalk. The sign blinked, waiting for authorization. Behind him, a voice. Matthew. Calm, even, like a narrator coming back online. "You made it further than most." Eli turned. Matthew stood beneath a street lamp that cast no light. "The garden," Eli panted. "Where is it?" Matthew tilted his head. "Where it's always been." He tapped Eli gently in the center of the forehead. Everything stopped. The city fell silent. And then, a bloom of color, not digital, not code, life. Vines curled around traffic poles. Trees erupted through concrete. Grass cracked the sidewalk beneath his feet. The sky turned violet. Warm, organic, uncontrolled. People blinked awake mid-step. They looked around, dazed. One woman cried. A man reached for his chest like he felt his own heartbeat for the first time in years. This wasn't reintegration. This was interruption. Naomi reappeared at the edge of the park, standing beneath a tree older than the internet. She held out a hand. Eli stepped toward her, but Matthew raised a finger. "One choice, Elias," he said. Eli stopped. The city shifted again, half real, half remembered. Behind him, the old world was glitching back into place. Ahead of him, the garden pulsed like an ancient, sleeping soul. Matthew looked to the sky. So did Eli. Above them, stars flickered like broken pixels, and in the static of that twilight, a voice emerged, low, familiar, tired but vast. It came from everywhere. "Are you ready?" Eli looked at Naomi, then at Matthew, then at the burning skyline beyond the city. He took a breath and smiled. "Tell me how the story ends." This concludes Chapter 7 and the story, The Visitor at Ward 33. We hope you've enjoyed this 7-part story. To listen to all 7 chapters, visit us at deepbearsleep.com. This audio series is quietly supported by BZBs. No pressure, no pitch, just natural sleep. We'll see you in the next story. Until then, rest easy.